Hello everyone, I am Shreya, a project manager at epixelmlmsoftware. In my work with global network marketing brands, I have seen the biggest challenge isn't just getting new members, it's keeping the system running when they arrive. Today, we are discussing how to build a platform that scales seamlessly so our growth never causes a shutdown. But before we dive into the technicalities, let me give you a quick background on who we are. Epixel MLM Software, direct selling and MLM technology providers, partnered with 450 plus network marketing companies across 90 plus countries. Provides 100 plus configurable features for MLM operations, e-commerce integration, analytics, and automation. When we talk about growth in the MLM world, it is important to understand one key reality. Growth isn't rarely gradual. It doesn't happen in a neat, predictable steps. Instead, growth often comes in a sudden surge. A success product launch, a viral campaign, or a high energy event can bring in hundreds or even thousands of new users within minutes. Now, this kind of momentum is exciting, but it also expresses a major challenge. Most MLM platforms aren't built for these spikes. When too many users log in at once, the system begins to struggle. Pages load slowly, logins fails, dashboard doesn't update correctly, and suddenly what should have been a momentum of success turns into frustration. And in MLM, frustrations spread fast. When distributors can't access their account or track their performance, confidence drops. Trust in the platform and sometimes even in the business take a hit. This is why growth-related failures are so damaging. They don't just cause technical issues, they impact credibility. The real challenge isn't fixing the system after they crash. It is designing technology that anticipates growth and absorbs it seamlessly. The goal is simple but critical: to move from constant reacting to problem to preventing them altogether so growth becomes as advanced, not a risk. So, what actually causes these disruptions? Across my real-world project implementation, there are few recurring triggers that show up again and again. First is the heavy commission processing. Monthly or weekly commission runs involve large volume of calculation and database writes. On the platform that aren't optimized for this, the system slowdowns or worse, freezes entirely while commissions are being processed. The second is flash sales or promotions. Limited time offers can create a sudden rush of traffic. Logins, purchase, wallet updates, and notification all happen at the same time. Without proper load handling, the surge can overwhelm the platform. The third is large-scale data import. When organizations migrate or import existing downlines from other systems, they often bring in tens or hundreds or thousands of records at once. If this isn't handled efficiently, it can impact performance across the entire system. And the fourth is compensation plan change. Even small change to a plan can require calculation across historical and active data. On a rigid system, this became a risky and a disruptive operation. The key takeaway here is these events are not exceptional. They are normal in a growing MLM business. Modern platform must be designed to treat them as a routine operation, not system-breaking emergencies. Now, so how do we ensure stability as a business grows? The answer lies in how the software is architected. At Epixel, we have designed the platform using microservice-based architecture, orchestrated with Kubernetes. Instead of building everything as one large, tight coupled system, we break the platform into independent services, each responsible for specific functions. Think it like a ship with separate water right compartments. If one compartment, such as commission engine, is working extra hard during a heavy payout run, it doesn't affect the rest of the ship. So, when a commission are being calculated, the e-commerce store remains fast. Distributor dashboard says responsive and user can continue login and in transacting without interruption. Each services can scale independently based on demand. When traffic spikes or workload increases, only affected component scales up automatically without putting pressure on the entire system. This approach allows us to handle growth proactively rather than reactively. Instead of fitting the performance issue after they appear, the system is designed to observe load gracefully. This results in a stable, resilient platform that supports growth, no matter how sudden or large surge may be. Now, in many MLM organizations, payout day is stressful. System slows down, dashboard stops updating, the team braces themselves for issues. But payout day shouldn't be a day of fear. At Epixel, we have moved away from traditional batch-based commission processing. Those older systems calculate everything in a large block, often locking the database and temporarily freezing the platform. Instead, we use a real-time commission engine. What this means is that commissions are calculated continuously using optimized data, handling, and non-blocking processes. The system doesn't need to pause normal operations to complete the payout. Even at scale, hundreds of or thousands or even millions of distributors, calculation happen instantly without locking the tables or slowing down other parts of the platform. Distributors can log in, view earnings, place orders, and manage their business while commissions are running. This enables what we call always-on performance, where the platform remains fully responsive even during peak payout window. The outcome is simple but very powerful. Faster payouts, higher transparency, and far better experience for everyone involved. As a project manager, this probably one of the most common concern I hear. We want to upgrade our platform but can't afford any downtime. And honestly, that concern is completely valid. In MLM, even a short outage can impact distributors' trust, scale activity, and daily operations. That's exactly why we don't treat migration as a one-time switch. At Epixel, we follow a phased migration strategy. Your existing system run as usual while synchronizing data quietly in the background. Distributor profile, transaction history, wallets, ranks, and most importantly, genealogy relationship are migrated using automated validation tool. These checks ensure that no data is missing, duplicated, or incorrectly mapped. We don't just move data, we verify it, reconcile it, and test it repeatedly before anything goes live. When the financial switch happens, it's planned, controlled, and fast. From the distributor's perspective, there is no disrupt. They log in, they see their network, earnings, and history exactly as expected and continue working without interruptions. The goal is simple: to make the transaction to do a better platform completely invisible to your field, while giving the business a strong, much scalable foundation. There is another side of the growth that often doesn't get enough attention, which is security. As our network grows, visibility increases, and unfortunately, so does your exposure to risk. Disrupt doesn't always come from traffic or performance issue. It can also come from security threats, account takeovers, or payout frauds. That is why at Epixel, we don't treat security as an add-on. We design that we call growth security. Security that strengthens as platform scales. We use AI-driven monitoring to continuously analyze patterns. This allows the system to detect anomalies, unusual login behavior, abnormal payout requests, or patterns that do not align with normal distributor activity before they turn into a real issue. On top of that, we enforce multiple factor authentication to protect distributors and admin account, adding an extra layer of defense beyond just the passwords. The key point here is, as you scale up, your security perimeter must tighten at the same time. When performance, scalability, and security grow together, you are not just building a larger platform, you are building a resilient and a trustworthy ecosystem that distributors can rely on. So now let's get into some real world example. Let's make this more concrete with a real world example from our work at Epixel. We partnered with a technology service based MLM organization that was growing fast. But every time they adjusted their growth strategy, the platform struggled. Changes to the compensation structure or expansion plan often resulted in the system error, calculation delay, and operation downtime. The business wasn't lacking ambition, but the technology simply wasn't keeping up. When address this by implementing automated compensation management designed to handle frequent changes without disrupting the rest of the system, the results were measurable and immediate. They achieved 50% reduction in operational downtime and 60% decrease in commission calculation errors. More important, the business gained confidence. They were able to experiment, optimize, and scale their compensation strategy without worrying about system stability. That's the real impact of having the right foundation. When your technology aligns with your growth goals, scaling scopes become risky and starts become predictable. If you don't like to dive deeper into the use case, you can refer to Epixel detailed case study, which walks you through the challenges, solutions, and outcomes step by step. The link is available for reference. Now let us check into growth checks. Before wrapping up, I would like to leave you with a simple growth checklist. These are the questions every MLM organization should be asking as they prepare for the next level. First, can your platform scale automatically during a scale or a major event? Now, with mutual intervention but instantly on a demand. Second, are commission calculated in real time? Or do you still rely on delayed batch runs that slows the system and frustrate the distributors? Third, is your data protected continuously? Are backups happening instantly so even unexpected issues don't put your business at risk? If the answer to any of these questions is no, it's worth pausing and reflecting. Because in many cases, it's not market, the product, or the strategy that limits the growth. It's the technology underneath. When your platform is built to scale, protect, and perform by default, growth stops being a challenge and start becoming an opportunity. So we have got to the conclusion. To wrap the things up, growth in the MLM is not a question if, it is question of when. And when growth happens, it rarely gives you time to prepare. We have seen that disruptions do not come from growth itself, but from platforms that weren't designed to handle it. Traffic spikes, commission runs, compensation changes, migrations, and security threats are all normal events in a growth business, not expectations. The difference between struggling through growth and scaling with confidence comes down one thing: technology readiness. When your platform is built with flexibility architecture, real-time processing, secure data handling, and proactive scalability, growth stops being risky. It becomes predictable, manageable, and sustainable. The goal isn't just to support growth, it is to stay ahead of it. So this was about the topic. Let us see if any of you have any questions. Okay. The first question that I got here is, will high traffic during launches or flash sales slow down the system? No, if the platform is built with scalable structure. With independently scaling services, only the components under load expand, allowing the rest of the system to remain fast and responsive even during traffic spikes. And now, next question is, can commission really be calculated in real time for large networks? Yes, definitely. Modern real-time commission engines use optimized, non-blocking data processing. This allows the calculation to happen continuously, even for a very large distributed networks, without locking the database or affecting user experience. Okay. Now the next question that I got is it risky to change a compensation plan on a live system? Actually, it doesn't have to be. With automated compensation management, plan changes are handled through configurable logic and recalculation without disrupting the other system functions or causing downtime. In that case, it is not risky to change the compensation plan. Okay, how do you migrate from an old platform without going offline? I think I have already mentioned this, but through phased migration. Data is synced in the background while the existing system stays live. Automated validation ensures distributed data and genealogy remain intact, making the transition invisible to the field. Okay, I think we have one more question. How do the platform protect against fraud as the business growth? In Epixel, what we do is combine AI-driven behavior monitoring with strong account security like multi-factor authentication. As the network scales, security mechanism scales with it, detecting suspicious activities early and protecting the payouts and the accounts.